Okay, so I'm just going to do a bit more laminating today. I'm experimenting with colour. You know, we did the stamping inside of a laminator sheet, and what I've done is coloured it in, and this is again is just an experiment. I just want to see how this will turn out. So as soon as, what you want to do is not leave your laminator on for too long after the green light has gone off, because otherwise it may get too hot. So basically what I'm doing is just, I've got the sheet ready, put a piece of card at the top to make sure it doesn't get stuck inside the laminator, and we're just going to pop it through and see how it turns out. Okay, it's just coming through now, and the colours seem to have stayed. There's no sort of blaring on the colours. I mean, I did do some little practice ones here to see if, you know, I could actually colour onto the laminating sheet, and it did work. Although, I have to say, it's going to be quite obvious that colouring is not one of my strong points as a crafter. And so that's done. So that's laminated, and now I can cut those out and use them for cards as, you know, toppers or embellishments. This one is a stamp from Tony Darrick, who is Stamps by Me. I don't know the name of it. It's been out of the packaging for a long time. I've had it quite a while, so I really don't know the name of it, but I just thought it's quite a nice floral stamp. And this one again is the Zamira fairy stamp from Lavinia Stamps, and I just think she's beautiful, and I just wanted to see what it would be like if I coloured her hair and some of, you know, the tassels from her dress, and see how that would turn out. And they're coming out quite nicely. I used, for the main colours, I used my Spectrum Noir alcohol markers, but I've also used, on some of the leaves and some of the other tassels, I've also used the tonic glitter markers, and it's just all taken quite well, so I'm quite happy with that. So, I mean, I will use these even though they were only meant as an experiment, but, you know, just goes to show, have a go, see what you can do, have a dabble. So again, with the laminator, I'm going to make some laminated napkins. I've been watching the Ann Melvin videos again, and basically what you do, you just take the backings off your napkin. They just pull apart quite easily, so you can take those backings off. So basically what you want to do is just open up your laminating sheet. Don't have a lot of room here, but anyway, open up your laminating sheet, and what you want to do is get your napkin. Let's try and get this script the right way up. Anyway, and you want to lay it on to face down onto your laminating sheet, and it will be too long, but that doesn't matter. Just pop it in, try and get it nice and straight. And try to, you know, push out these little creases, because they will show up on the final one if you don't. I mean, you can iron them before you start, but, you know, this one I'm not going to do that. So we've laid that down face down onto the laminating sheet, and then pop in a piece of copy paper, and then another sheet of copy paper, so you've got 2 layers of copy paper inside your laminated sheet there. Just make sure that's in as straight as possible. And then with the other side of the napkin, you want to pop that in facing up. So on both sides, the face of the napkin is touching the laminating sheet. And then just pop that down, try and smooth it out as much as possible, and pop it through your laminator. Just let that go through. And there we go, it's coming through the other side. I am going to put this through twice just to give it a really good seal. So I'll come back when I've done that. Okay, so that's the laminated napkins. You've got one on both sides. So what I'm going to do now is just to trim down the edges so that I can get the napkins out of out of the sealed laminator sheet. And then we can use, I'll show you what they look like. We can use them as, they look a bit like acetate on one side and almost like a vellum on the other side when they're done. So let's just pop that through and trim that off. A bit more white on that side that needs trimming off. Trim that off, and also the top and bottom just to loosen everything up. But there you are. And what will happen when that's laminated, what you need to do then is to turn that over and peel off the paper backing, which won't have been laminated. I need to cut that off. But as you can see, it just peels off. Peel down that side with fingers and thumbs. But peel down that side, and there you go. That's taken that off. So what you've got on one side is a nice piece of sort of, looks like printed acetate, and on the other side it looks like vellum. So, I mean, you can use these to cover your little notebooks or anything like that, or, you know, just die cut them, do whatever you want with them. So, that's one. I do need to trim this a bit more, but just to show you that this copy paper will just peel out. And there you go. Got two pieces of laminated napkin, and thank you to Ann Melvin for the inspiration, and I will put a link in the description box to the actual video where she does this. I think Anne mentioned Positively Papercraft as the channel, and I think she mentioned that in her comments when she was doing this and she made these, somebody quite rudely, in my opinion, asked her, well, what's the point? Well, the point is that, you know, as crafters, as Anne says, we're always looking for new things to learn how to do and to make and to use in our crafting. And, you know, as time goes on, you develop another new skill that you could maybe decide to do this with something else. And you know, this one was just with some napkins that I happen to have, but you know, you could use rice papers or whatever you like, and it literally does look on the back as though you're using vellum. Now this one I think still has one of the backings on it, but I will, you know, because the napkins are 3-ply, and it doesn't matter really, you know. Okay, so that's those finished as well. I've just trimmed them down and ready to be used in whatever I decide to use them in. You can probably see a little bit of blue ink that is inside there. I don't mind that because that will be, you know, closed inside the aperture or whatever I use it for. And the same on this one. This was an experiment with the VersaFine clear ink. It doesn't work in laminating sheets, so basically what I've used is the stays on for, you know, the silhouette figure, and then just used some alcohol markers and glitter, the tonic glitter markers to do the colours. And the same on this one, it was just stamped down with the stays on, and then I coloured it in, mainly using the glitter markers. It doesn't look very glittery from the outside, but at least I know that they will work inside a laminating sheet. So that's that for now. Also, just to finish off this little video, what I just wanted to mention again is I did do a VR, but it was basically on one of my first... Sorry, just got interrupted by my husband coming in with the shopping. Anyway, as I was saying, I did do VRs for a couple of ladies that were having giveaways or challenges on their channels, but that was on one of the first videos that I did, so I just wanted to mention them again because they're still going on, and I'll put links to their channels in the description box below so that you can go and check out, you know, what their giveaway is all about. But the first one is Purple Nannie, that's Tracy, and she's still doing a giveaway, and I think you just I'm not sure, but I think you just have to comment on her video. But if you go over and have a look and just see what's going on, Dawn Sutton is still, her challenge is still going on. So I will do, as I say, I'll put the description in the description box below, all the links for these ladies. And also want to do a VR for Sam, that's the Scottish crafter, the lovely lady that keeps us all informed as to how Carol Ann is getting on. So her challenge is still going on. I have sent her a paper pad, but I also wanted to give her a mention on here, and just in case anybody hasn't seen that going on, so just nip over and have a look at Sam's channel as well. As I say, all the links to their channels in the description box below. Thank you very much for watching today. Thank you. Bye bye. Oh, just before I go, sorry, I just wanted to mention that my next video, I'm going to do a proper, not a tutorial as such, because I'm not confident enough to say that I could do a tutorial, but I'm going to use some brushos, and especially for Gemma from the Crafty Little Gem, I'm going to show how I use the brushos and made those little ATC cards that I made for her challenge. Okay, so that will be on my next one. Thanks again. Bye.